So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of the Throwback Rebuild series, and today it's going to be the 2016 Miami Heat. Now, we are a few years removed from LeBron James being in a Miami Heat uniform. He is fully back in Cleveland at this point in time, but Chris Bosh and Dwade Wade are definitely still here. They are definitely a little bit older, but this is still a good Miami Heat team. This is a Heat team that won 48 games throughout the course of this 2015-16 regular season, made it into the playoffs just to lose in round at number 2. So our goal today is to kind of figure out a way where we can kind of cross into some different eras. Obviously a little bit on the older side with Chris Bosh and Dwade Wade being two of our best players. We are way pre-Jimmy Butler right now, so our goal is to rebuild this team and hopefully get the Heat another championship. You're going to see what I'm talking about with this roster in just a moment, but before we do get into this video, of course, as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. I've been really enjoying some of these throwback rebuilds we've been doing, especially in this file that I have saved here. Seems like everything's going really well throughout the course of it. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys have. Let's get into this one. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that roster that I keep talking about, that very interesting roster at that. So starting out at the point guard spot, Goran Dragic is here. He's an 80 overall. He had a very good career with the Miami Heat. And for me, he's just a little bit old to be a 3-year point guard for us. So ultimately, if he plays super well and that overall doesn't really change, maybe I'll hang on to him. Not a pretty decent contract. We'll go year to year with him. Shooting guard spot, Dwade Wade, one of, if not the greatest Miami Heat in franchise history. I mean, there is literally almost zero part of me that wants to, in any way, shape, or form, move on from Dwade Wade. I know Dwade Wade eventually ended up leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers just to return and then retire with them. But I don't know what I'm going to do here. I believe he was actually an all-star this year in real life. So I'm a little bit kind of confused in what I want to do. If I have any Heat fans watching and I move on from D-Wade, they might actually kill me. But I don't know. I like Dwade Wade a lot. One of the best shooting guards ever. And we're going to see how it goes. We got Gerald Green here. He's 29 years old. He's a decent depth piece. We have Tyler Johnson. That is not a name I have heard in a long time. Tyler Johnson's not actually in 2K, so somebody made an auto-generated Tyler Johnson. Then we have Josh Richardson here, who is only 22 at this point in time, who's actually back on the Miami Heat now. He's a 69 overall. I hope he can develop a little bit, but if he does not, I guess maybe he'll just be a trade piece at some point. Small forward spot, Luol Deng. Probably not any sort of option for us realistically. You have Joe Johnson here. Justice Winslow, who is 19 years of age. He was the 10th overall pick in the 2015 draft. I'm very excited about the possibilities that this man can maybe see what we can do with him. Again, I know his NBA career didn't really work out the way many people thought it was going to, but he's still very young here. We'll see. You got Darrell right here as well. Power forward spot, Chris Bosh. This was actually the last full season he played, and obviously had to retire early due to some injuries. I think it was blood clots, something like that. So very, very sad. Nonetheless, and I'm hoping the same thing doesn't happen here in 2K. We'll see. Josh McRoberts. Oh, boy. You got Udonis Haslem as well. Udonis Haslem probably not going to play for us. I think that's fair. But he's a good veteran to have. Then the center spot. That is obviously not Hassan Whiteside. He is just not in 2K. Somebody created an auto-generated version of him and put him on a very, very cheap rookie contract, which is that really the contract he's on? Could have sworn Hassan Whiteside was getting paid a crap ton of money at this point. And then we have a 32-year-old Mark Stoudemire here as well. So just a very weird mix of like some nice young pieces, some veterans, and there could be definitely at least a couple moves before we kick off year one. Our first trade today is going to come with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it's going to look like this. Luol Deng and Joe Johnson both had fantastic NBA careers, but ultimately in today's video, I have to plan ahead for the future. They're both 30-plus years old, on expiring contracts, and a first-round pick this year for the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are not a very good team. Sounds good to me. We also have to take on the contract of Nikola Pekovic, which is not necessarily something I love, but he's a decent enough backup center option. And yeah, we take a look at this Timberwolves roster. Not exactly fantastic. I mean, you got nice young pieces here with Wiggins and Towns, but other than that, you got Zach LaVine down there as well. But there's just not a lot going on here. So this pick may end up being pretty valuable. And for two veteran players that are not going to do a lot for us, I think it's a really good first trade. The Milwaukee Bucks are willing to offer me Michael Carter-Williams and a 2018 first-round pick for Gerald Green and Tyler Johnson. Both Green and Johnson are one-year expiring contracts. Now, I know Tyler Johnson actually got paid by the Miami Heat eventually. I don't really forecast that being the same scenario today. So Michael Carter-Williams is going to come in. We were looking for a backup point guard anyways, but more importantly, we will take home a 2018 first-round pick from the Milwaukee Bucks. So at this point in time, we are good at the point guard spot with Dragic and MCW. I don't love the idea of Richardson getting like heavy minutes behind Dwade Wade, but I just don't think there's a realistic possibility that in 3 years' time, Josh Richardson develops into the NBA player he actually became here in 2K. So I might look for an upgrade behind Dwayne Wade. Other than that, I'm kind of all set. We've obviously cleared out a lot of the veteran talent on this team. I want Justice Winslow to get significant playing time. That makes a lot of sense to me. Josh McRoberts, honestly, probably going to get pretty big minutes there. So maybe I move Amari Stoudemire for some sort of backup shooting guard. I mean, again, I can't imagine there's a ton of interest here, but just I don't know. Throw me something here. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. I mean, I see Seth Curry. Might as well just fucking play Seth Curry. Who the hell cares? I'm not really seeing a shooting guard that's like Jody Meeks. I don't know if I can get behind that. I really don't. Andre Roberson and a 2020 first-round pick. More defensive-oriented for sure, but you know what? I can live with it, 72 overall. All right, this is not going to be a good first season. Do we have our own first? I really hope we do. We do, thank God. Let's set the rotation. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would go ahead and say it's safe to assume this is not going to be a fantastic first season for us here in Miami. We kind of knew what we had with the team before this. Decided to make a lot of trades so we weren't stuck in the middle, and ultimately led this video to nowhere's land. So, here's how it's going to look. Goran Dragic, Dwayne Wade, Justice Winslow, Chris Bosh, and Hassan Whiteside, or whoever the hell is pretending to be Hassan Whiteside. There's your 1 through 5. Bench unit stinks. Michael Carter-Williams, Nikola Pekovic, Andre Roberson, Darrell Wright, and Josh McRoberts. That makes me want to throw up. Yeah, it's not going to be a good season. We don't want it to be a good season, and I really hope it is not one. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. The first year is over, and I'm very happy that it is. We went 30-52 throughout the course of this first regular season. Of course, we were kind of expecting something like that, but it still sucks to see. Nonetheless, LeBron James, Cleveland Cavalier MVP number 2 for him, correct? I think. Joel Embiid's your Rookie of the Year. Lou Will, 6-man. DeAndre Jordan, Jadee Poy, Tobias Harris, Most Improved. Otis Newman, 74-8 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Awesome. Really looking forward to taking on that team at some point in time. All right, here are the standings. We finished, as I mentioned, with 30 wins, which was good enough for, bad enough, I should say, for the 13 seed here in the East. And it looked like it was only about the 5th, 6th, 7th worst record in all of basketball, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. All right, points per game. Dwayne Wade still carrying this team at the ripe young age of 34. You got to go on Dragic. Actually playing pretty well for us. I mean, I'll take that. Chris Bosh, Justice Winslow, Michael Carter-Williams. So Justice Winslow for me is an interesting one. Obviously, the NBA career, didn't pan out the way many people thought it was going to. The Duke product was very, very highly thought of being, entering the league, and just didn't really work out. I mean, it's not a terrible numbers for a rookie campaign, but I'd like to say it's what were the full splits? I just want to see them. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, it's something we're going to have to work on if we want to, continue to have him in the starting lineup, maybe even consider him a building block for this team. Let's get through the playoffs. It is probably going to be a Cavs and the Warriors. Whoa. This was a Warriors team that won 73 games in real life, but I guess LeBron and the Cavs won 74, and just, okay. Well, let's get into the first offseason. It is a very needed offseason. Wow, a lot of names around here going out. That's sad. All right, it is an offseason that we desperately need to get right. We can't just sit around here, twiddle our thumbs. We got to get this one right. So let's make sure we do that, and hopefully it starts off in the draft lottery. We are projected, that Minnesota pick's top 3 protected, so potentially 2 top 7 picks this year's draft, and 7 and 8. It's not terrible. I can live with it. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. It's fine. Eric Spoelstra is one of, if not the best coach in all of basketball. I know the team sucked, but he's not going anywhere. This is the 2016 draft. This is Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, all these guys. So there are a lot of names here. When I look at this draft class, there's definitely some really quality NBA players here. I forgot Pascal Siakam here too. I just don't necessarily know, because I'm probably not getting one of these top 3. I think that's probably a safe assumption. Now, consolation prize of Jamal Murray and Domantas Sabonis isn't the worst thing in the world, but I still got to make sure I'm even able to get them. So I might explore a trade with one of the draft picks. I'm not saying that's a certainty. I think it is just a somewhat reasonable kind of option right now with the way this team's looking. So I'll see you guys either in the draft or with a trade. I don't know if Heat fans are going to love me or hate me for this one, but we're making a trade with the Golden State Warriors, and we're picking up Draymond Green. Look, I understand Chris Bosh, Miami Heat legend. Fully understand it. He didn't have a season that absolutely blew me away. I'm not going to lie. It's a perfectly fine season for him, but I don't really see this getting much better. And so I know Draymond Green on paper might not have the craziest numbers across the board, but we are getting 6 years younger, we are getting, what, $8 million cheaper. I think this trade makes a lot of sense for us in the long run. So I like Chris Bosh a lot, had a fantastic career, and maybe Heat fans will kill me, but we're making the deal, and Draymond Green going to come in. We didn't have to give up a single other asset. I think that's a really kind of big first trade for us. So I am considering an interesting decision right now because I didn't have to trade either of my top 8 picks in that trade. So I could hypothetically hang on to both of them, maybe bolster this bench unit a little bit. I just don't know who I'm really getting that low. And I know low's kind of crazy, but there's only like 5 or 6 kind of really quality players in this draft. So I know that's crazy to say, but I'd like to maybe find a way to move up with at least one of the picks. Like if we can move up with number 7, maybe up to like number 4, I think that would be a little bit of a better jump than, like, say, sticking at 7 or 8. So just curious, who has like the 4th overall pick? I just want to see. Wow, that was easy enough. It is the Denver Nuggets. Or, excuse me, the Denver Nuggets. It is the Philadelphia 76ers. You going to make me a counter? No. All right, I have some second-round picks that I can include in a trade. I didn't think you were going to take that. Now, in terms of players I can trade, there's not a lot here. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if you have any interest in Josh McRoberts, I will give you him for nothing. I don't think... Oh, wow, they can actually afford Pekovic. Okay. They take him. All right, so we jump up a few spots. Now we have number 4 and number 8 overall, which is good. Jaylen Brown goes number 1 overall to the Celtics. He went to the Celtics in real life, obviously, just at number 3. Number 2 overall is going to be Ben Simmons to the Phoenix Suns. That means the Lakers probably taking Ingram as they did in real life, meaning we are officially on the board here. And we're going to have our option of who we want to take. So do we want a Jamal Murray? Do we want a Domantas Sabonis? I could even go down even lower and find myself a Pascal Siakam who says he's a 72. Probably not the smartest draft pick there. I think for me it's between Murray and Sabonis. I think Murray looks like, at least according to overall, a little bit more NBA ready. Sabonis would come in all likelihood be the backup behind Draymond. I don't know exactly, because there's also a possibility, at least in my head, that I could get Sabonis at 8. And I don't think I get Murray at 8. So Murray's going to be my pick. I could be the wrong pick. Sabonis is probably the better player right now. I don't know. Jamal Murray's fantastic. Just was the number 2 option on a championship team. Chris Dunn goes to Toronto at number 5. It is Dragan Bender going to the Pistons. Good God. And now, please don't fuck me, Philly. Oh my God, it's a big trade. Derek Favors and Shelvin Mack going to Minnesota. Okay. Fuck. Or to the Utah. Fuck. Okay, well, the Jazz kind of just, I don't want to say screwed me, but, I mean, I'm just curious. Is there a way for me to get Domantas Sabonis here? Where are the Jazz? Jazz. I'm past the Jazz. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Utah Jazz. No, I just don't have an offer from them. All right, I got to find a way to offer up Domantas Sabonis, or at least find him. Like, it's so hard to trade in this game for no reason whatsoever, and it looks like there's just no way to get that done. So, I'm assuming I'm probably not going to find myself a way to get Sabonis. Unfortunate, but I can live with it. All right, who do we want to take here at number 8? Buddy Hield is probably the logical choice, but Pascal Siakam is still sitting here, so it would be completely idiotic not to do that. All right. Pascal Siakam is going to be the guy. So him and Jamal Murray are going to be my 2 draft picks. Siakam's actually a 71. I know it's unfortunate to see, but it makes a little bit of sense. So I'm actually going to play Siakam next season. Him and Draymond going to be my 1-2 punch at the power forward spot. This game is so broken that they have LeBron listed as a restricted free agent when we all know damn well he would not have been restricted at this point. If we wanted to hypothetically offer LeBron a contract, we could. I just don't know if it really makes much sense for us, at least right now. So, yeah, a lot of things to do with this team. We're not in a fantastic spot by any means. I think I have at least one more trade coming. I don't know if I realized just quite how not good Hassan Whiteside was for us last season. I fully understand this isn't the actual Hassan Whiteside, like, 2K build, but 4.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. 34% for, like, this is just not going to work for me. So, on the flip side, we're going to make a trade, acquire Rudy Gobert, who is a much better player, in my opinion. That field goal percentage still fucking blows, but nonetheless, he's a better player than Whiteside. I mean, it's not like a huge major upgrade in terms of overall, but Gobert obviously turned into the better player long-term as well. I don't know who or what Jeff Withy is, but thank you very much, Milwaukee Bucks, for a first-round pick. I am up in the air on what I want to do right now. If I look at this team right now, we actually don't have our first-round pick next year. I just am curious who has that. And is there any protections on it? I highly doubt it. I'm just curious. It is the Suns. So the Suns have our unprotected first, meaning that there's absolutely no reason to suck next year. So some big decisions still coming with this team. We're going to talk to the Utah Jazz and see if maybe there's a way for us to acquire Gordon Hayward. We're going to do this for a couple reasons. One, it'd be a nice upgrade at our small forward spot. Justice Winslow is just not going to turn into anything. I think that's probably a safe bet. And we need an upgrade. I mean, there's no reason for us to tank next year. So I know Goran Dragic's in the trade. Michael Carter-Williams would be a nice backup center option behind Jamal Murray. I'd just much rather have Gordon Hayward, and they still actually won't take it. So how about you want Richardson as well? Okay. I'm excited to have Gordon Hayward here. Gordon Hayward was actually a possibility for the Miami Heat. They recruited him. They hung a banner when he went on his official visit or whatever. And yeah, he went to the Celtics and snapped his goddamn leg in half. But he's here today to make up for that, hopefully. But we've slowly but surely put together a somewhat competent team. We need to find ourselves a backup point guard. I have to figure out what I want to do with the shooting guard spot all around. Dwayne Wade's 34. He has some significant offers here. Like the Pelicans want to give him pretty much $20 million a year at age 34. So that's not something I take lightly, but this isn't some star-studded free agency class. So I'm probably just going to pay Dwayne Wade, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But after this, this probably is going to be his last season. I'm not going to lie to you, because I don't think it's smart to hang on to Dwayne Wade past this season. I'd love to get him one more championship. I'm already nervous enough just thinking about what that overall could possibly be when we kick off next season. So I need a backup point guard and a backup center. Looking over the options, Rondo's only 30. I think that probably makes some sense for us. And then the center spot, Timofey Mozgov actually got a bag in this year's free agency class, but Roy Hibbert, I guess he's good enough. All right, I know this team is probably not... Okay, really, Rondo? That sucks. Ish Smith, I guess, is fine. I fully understand that this is a team that's probably not going to be contending in a very good Eastern Conference, and maybe we're going to take a hit on what happens with our unprotected first next year, but I think we've set the right things up in place, and hopefully they're going to work out for the final regular season. See you guys at the rotation. I'm very interested to see how this second season is going to go here in Miami. Now, on paper, hypothetically, everybody in their prime, this would probably be one of the greatest teams ever. But we are obviously not in that situation right now. A lot of guys have yet to hit their prime. Dwayne Wade is obviously aging, and it's a mix and match of whatever the hell is hopefully going to work for us here. Jamal Murray, Dwayne Wade, Gordon Hayward, Draymond Green, who went down in overalls. God bless 2K and their bullshit. Gobert did go up, which is nice to see. Bench unit still sucks. Ish Smith, Justice Winslow, Roy Hibbert, Pascal Siakam, and Andre Roberson. I am going to see you guys at what I'm assuming is not going to be a great second season. James Harden's your MVP here at the end of year number 2, but more importantly, we go 47-35 throughout the course of this second regular season in Miami. Now, this is obviously very important because, one, we're going to be in the mix of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Are we probably the top of the top? No, but we are definitely going to be fighting in the playoffs. And more importantly, we're not going to lose out on a high draft pick for nothing, because nothing pisses me off more than that. DeJounte Murray is a Memphis Grizzly. He is your rookie of the year. He was a second-round pick. Goddamn. Dennis Schroeder, your sixth man of the year. Anthony Davis is your D-Point. D-Lo, most improved. Otis Newman, head coach of the 61-21 Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, that Cavs team is very good. All right, standings time. We are a 3 seed here in the East. We're going to have the Toronto Raptors in round number 1. I'm very much looking forward to what this could be. Points per game, it was Dwayne Wade, Gordon Hayward, Jamal Murray, actually a really good rookie season. Gobert, Green. I guess that is what happens when you have a front court oriented like this. Full-on defense is really what I'm looking for out of these two. Ish Smith, Hibbert, yeah, this bench is just booty cheeks personified. Rebounds is Gobert, and assists is Draymond. Okay, first round, the Toronto Raptors. Very interesting time in Toronto. Got Lowry, DeRozan, Carroll, Patterson, Valanciunas. They drafted Chris Dunn, Corey Joseph there, a lot of point guards. Okay, we win game 1, win game 2. Okay. Clean sweep of the Toronto Raptors. I'll take it. Moving on in this. Wow, the 7-seed Wizards. John Wall, Brad Beal. You got a lot of cool names there. Let's see what happens here in the Eastern Conference semifinals. We finally do lose a game, and then we lose another, and then we lose another, and then, okay, we're fighting back a little bit. Okay, game 7, and we lose. All right, so we lose in 7 in the second round. I mean, I don't think... What? Okay, I just kind of fully assumed it was going to be a Cavs-Warriors finals, but it was not. It was not, and interesting. Very interesting. Let's get into it. Our final offseason here. Some big decisions are going to have to be made. A very big decision on the future of Dwayne Wade, who, although is not the problem, I am very, very scared for what could be his, overall, his regression, all that fun stuff. So I'm nervous. Denver with the number 1 overall pick. We look at staff signing right now. Obviously, we're very happy with the job Eric Spoelstra has and continues to do for this team. So draft, do we have any picks? We do. We have the 23rd overall pick via the Los Angeles Clippers. I am not sure what I want to do with it, but I don't think it would be the worst idea. Maybe draft somebody to upgrade off the bench if possible. Like can I do like Roy Hibbert? Can I move up a few spots? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll do this manually. The Phoenix Suns have the number 10 overall pick, and I want to make a deal for it. How about we just shake hands, call it a day, and I'll give you... I don't want to trade Siakam. Oh, shit, I have nobody else to trade. Because, yeah, okay, that sucks. Do I have any other first? I do not. I do have a second if you're willing to take it. They're not. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go team by team, pick by pick. Now, who has number 11? We're going to do that, and so on and so forth, until we eventually find a team that'll accept it. How about the Lakers? They will not. Who has number 12? I know this takes years and years. Actually, 13's just sitting here and they take it. All right, cool. 13th overall pick. This is the Tatum and Donovan Mitchell and Bam Adebayo draft. I know damn well we're not going to... Wow, Tatum fell to 4th. The Sixers. Oh, the irony there. Dennis Smith Jr. over Jason. Okay. I don't know who we're getting here. Who in the fuck is Reggie L. Moore? I don't know. Jared Allen feels like a good option for us. Obviously, we just traded away Roy Hibbert, and Allen could come in and be his replacement immediately. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, both really talented players sitting here. I see Luke Kennard, but I think it makes the most sense to go Jared Allen. You can have a conversation between him and OG Anunoby, who he thinks a better player right now, but from a need perspective, I think Allen makes a little bit more sense. So we go ahead and draft Jared Allen out of Texas, going to be my backup center, 74 overall, not too bad. Now we'll get to figure out what we want to do with some of the bigger names here. Winslow is going to come back. I'm probably going to trade him. Gordon Hayward, somebody that's entering free agency that I definitely want to get. I'll qualify, obviously, both Gobert and Robertson. And this free agency class is a very good one. Steph, Giannis, actually, it's really not. Never mind, I lied. It's really just Steph. I think there's less than 0% chance we get Steph Curry. It would be kind of stupid not to offer him a contract, but it doesn't even look like we really have the funds for it anyways. So I'm very much up in the air on what I want to do with Dwayne Wade. I think at this point in time, it just makes the most sense just to re-sign our guys. I don't want to lose out on one of Hayward or Gobert for nothing. So who does? No. Okay. Let's do this. Let's pay Hayward. Let's pay Gobert, and let's pay Roberson for now. Actually, I'll give him a little bit more than the minimum. I just fucking lose him, seriously. Oh, these are centers. Good God, man. Where is Andre Roberson? All right, there we go. I will see you guys with a trade. Heading into our final regular season, we have to make sure we're a championship caliber team, and adding Kemba Walker to this Miami Heat group definitely is one way to do that. Jamal Murray would be somebody I'd keep in a 5 or a 10-year rebuild. Unfortunately, that's not today, but they are coming eventually, I promise. So Murray and Winslow in a first are going to Charlotte for Walker, and actually an unprotected first from them in 2018. That actually could be a valuable pick. I know the video's over after this, but you get it. All right, so Kemba's going to be my new starting point guard moving forward. I have to really just decide if I think this team is good enough, which... Unfortunately, I'm thinking it's not. I think there's at least one more move. I don't know if it's a Dwayne Wade move. The problem is right now with like the landscape of the way the NBA was at this point in time, if you look at like the shooting guard options here, like Harden's not happening. I tried to trade for Jimmy already. DeRozan doesn't make enough money. Thompson's an option, I guess. And then like there's just not much past that. Like, if I trade Dwayne Wade for Victor Oladipo, I think Heat fans might actually kill me. They might find me and kill me. Now, his numbers are insane. I don't know. And the Dwayne Wade trade offers, you can see here, I mean, they're not anything that really makes you very excited. So, like, that part of me is like, hey, maybe hang on to him for one more season, but I don't want to know if he's going to regress like crazy. So, I am definitely nervous about it. I know Kemba's going to be a big addition, but I don't know if this team's good enough. I really don't. I really do want to give it my full effort. So I'm going to try to find at least one more deal. Oh my... Whoa. Okay, we just made a deal with the Sacramento Kings and picked up the best center in basketball here in DeMarcus Cousins. Now, Rudy Gobert was a perfectly fine center for us, but DeMarcus Cousins is just so unbelievably talented at this point in time. Like, literally, if you go look at the center list, which is exactly what I did, he is the best center available. So I'm thrilled with the idea of having DeMarcus Cousins in his prime on this team. Is that enough to push us over the edge? I hope so. I really do. I had to give up Siakam in the deal. It was low enough overall. It really is not going to make a huge difference anyways. So right now what it's about is filling out this bench. Andre Roberson, I'd like him to leave in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if I could get anything of value for him. No, I can't. So I guess I'll just hang on to him. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see who I can sign before I do anything. So right now I'm looking for a backup small forward and a backup power forward. I need somebody who's at least relatively competent. Like Andre Iguodala, a little bit older, but I do think would be a good signing. Good veteran presence to come off the bench. And then power forward options like Ersan Ilyasova, not great. Might have to do this like the old-fashioned way, which nobody really likes, but you're probably going to have to live with. Him and Tiago splitter. Let's bring in both of them, hopefully. Okay. I know nobody likes it when I do this, but in situations like this, I kind of have no choice. So let's see. I need a power forward. Bobby Portis. 5 and 5 is actually not terrible. Anybody better? Not really. Dwight Powell, 26. 8 and 7.5. That's actually pretty good. I'll take it. I'll see you guys at the start of the final regular season. Our final trade here is going to come with the New Orleans Pelicans. We're sending Andre Roberson, who's still a 72 overall. I do not actually know why I kept him this long, to New Orleans for Doug McDermott, 25 years old, 76 overall. I know he's listed as a small forward. His overall might take a 1 or 2 hit, but it's... Wow, really? That's such fucking bullshit. I mean, that's ridiculous. A 3 overall hit because I move a guy who's 6'6" and can shoot the basketball to the shooting guard spot. Fuck you, 2K. Suck my fucking dick. Okay, it's a little bit aggressive. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. I need a shooting guard. Aaron Aflalo, probably not going to cut it. Jeremy Lamb, actually not bad. You know what? I'll do this trade. And then I know we just picked up Joe Harris. And then is there any sort of other upgrade I want to make? I mean, Jared Allen's probably good enough. But I'll still trade Harris and then maybe him and Ish Smith. Unless there's, like, maybe a way. Like, I'm just sure. I also don't know why Draymond keeps going down in overall. It's driving me fucking crazy, and I don't really know why it's happening. I mean, God bless this dumbass goddamn game. But are there any power forwards out there? Dirk's not going to do it at this age. So, all right, let's just see. I'll upgrade the backup point guard spot. This game is so broken. Oh, my God. Harris, and then final deal. All right, give me a point guard, please. Somebody who's at least relatively competent. Dennis Schroeder, perfect. I'll see you guys at the rotation. We're going all in on this team. I am a little bit nervous about it. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but we are here and we are ready. I'm actually very much surprised that Dwayne Wade has regressed less than Draymond Green, who is in his prime at this point. I mean, just God bless this stupid fucking game. Kemba, Wade, Hayward, Green, Cousins, bench, Schroeder, Powell, Lamb, Iggy, Allen. That's it. I'll see you guys at the end of the final regular season. LeBron James is a Portland Trailblazer. Those are words I never thought would come out of my mouth. Apparently, he was restricted in the first offseason's free agency, but the Cavs didn't match. This bullshit game. We go 66-16, which makes me feel much better about the fact that, we can hopefully go ahead and win a championship. I'm hoping so. Lonzo Ball is a New York Knick. He is your Rookie of the Year. Goran Dragic, our old friend, 6th Man of the Year in Utah. Anthony Davis, your Depoy. Cat, Most Improved, and Spo does win Coach of the Year. Let's get into it. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good. We are 5 games up on the 61-win Indiana Pacers. Here's a look at the Western Conference. So we have been and are the best team throughout the course of the entire season. Numbers-wise, 20 and 15 for Boogie. Very happy I made the trade for him. Kemba, Dwayne Wade, Schroeder, Hayward, Powell, Lamb, Green. Allen, what's Draymond's overall? Just curious, 82. I don't know why, like, prime Draymond Green was, like, pushing 90 overall in 2K. I don't know why this is so different, but it is. There are the numbers. Okay, round 1, us and the Toronto Raptors, a team we beat last season, a team I very much think we can beat again, and you win 66 games, you're very much expected to win your first-round matchup relatively easily, and we do just that. Moving on to the semis, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. They got Embiid, they got Derek Favors, and Jason Tatum. Goddamn, now I'm very, very happy that Tatum's not in his prime. Embiid is very slowly approaching his prime, but a very challenging second-round matchup. We're going to find out. It looks like it could be, and maybe not. Okay. Us and the defending champion Washington Wizards here in the Eastern Conference Finals. Wall and Beal. There's something weird about the progression. Like, nothing's happening to Beal. Draymond's going down. It feels like older 2Ks when they were back on their bullshit. We do finally lose a playoff game in the Eastern Conference Finals. They tie it up 2-2. Up 3-2 we go onto the NBA Finals to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look, we were getting a very good team no matter what. It's either Russell Westbrook and KD or it's LeBron and Damian Lillard. There is no easy path to a championship. So, not LeBron, excuse me. I don't know why I'm saying LeBron. I am saying, okay, I'm saying we're losing. That's what I'm saying right now. God damn it. We go down 3-2. Can we force a game 7? I'd like to go back to Miami and just win in 7. That'd be nice. Please hang on to this lead. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Please don't blow it. Okay. Back to Miami for game 7 we go. I am very, very hopeful about the outcome of this, and please don't make me lose hope. Don't do this. Oh, you had it kind of close, and then you just fucking choked. Well, this is why we can't have nice things. Russell Westbrook gets a ring. All right, man. I've had enough of this video. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I've had enough of this file too. Honestly, there's something weird about it. I don't like it. The progression's weird. It was super fun at first, and then it's just, I don't know, it changed on me. I'll find a new one. Yeah, okay. What I wish they would do is I wish 2K, and I know how much work it would probably take, but like, it's how hard would it be? Like you see like users doing, like people who actually play 2K, like putting together like a 2015-16 file like we're using right now. Why can't 2K do that? I know they have their eras, but they get so old so easily. Why can't like 2K just put together? You put together throwback draft classes, put together throwback rosters. Why is that so hard? I don't know. That's it for me. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. This video kind of kicked my ass, I'm not going to lie, even though we made it 7 games to the finals. But that is it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.